Today, I want to make as many automatic farms on my one chunk world as possible. This world is confined to a one chunk border. That's 16 by 16 blocks. And yes, even the Nether is like this too. This means there's limited resources in this world, and getting more stuff is always harder since there's not only a resource constraint, but also a space constraint. So today, I hope to solve as many of my problems as possible by making loads of automatic farms that you can make in your world too, so I can make my life in this tiny world much easier. I just recently got myself some villagers by curing 2 zombie villagers and breeding them together, so it only makes sense that the first farm I'm going to build is an iron farm. That way I can have loads of iron to make pistons, hoppers, and everything else I'll need for the rest of the farms that I have planned. I start off the iron farm by building all the way up to the height limit. This farm can work even if you aren't standing near it, so I wanted to build it far up and out of the way of other builds. I just finished up the framework of the farm, and now it's time for me to get the 3 villagers and the zombie that this farm needs. I wasn't going to bother bringing a zombie all the way up here from my mob spawner below, so I made a big box up here with no light in it. I went back up to check on the zombie spawning box, and there were already a few in there. Again, I didn't have any name tags, but that's fine because if a zombie picks up an item, it also becomes immune to despawning. Now it was time for the hardest and most frustrating part of this entire build, getting 3 villagers from my ugly villager area below to my ugly iron farm at max height. Don't worry, as soon as these farms are done, I'm going to be super rich and I'll have enough emeralds to afford making things look not ugly in this world. I found the easiest way to get villagers to max height was to use beds and workstations. When it becomes nighttime, villagers pathfind to the nearest bed so they can go to sleep. I used this mechanic to my advantage. I waited until it was night, then I built a little staircase from my main area and lured the villagers using beds all the way to the top. This method was literally too easy. Good thing I brought 3 up here because, yeah, that happened. It wasn't too big of a deal though, since I could just breed the remaining 2 villagers to get a 3rd. But this stupid villager would not stop being scared. I tried everything. I blocked up the zombie so it could no longer see it. I gave it bread, placed down a bed so it could sleep. I even sung a villager a lullaby as a last resort. Don't be scared, Mr. Villager. Oh gosh, what am I doing? But a quick search later and it said to just restart my server, so I did that and it worked. Okay, now everything should be fine. I got another zombie, and all the villagers were in their pods, and... Oh, come on! Why? Just why? Okay, it's just a zombie, they're not that hard to get. I got a 3rd zombie, and now everything should be fine. And... Oh, okay, yeah, it's actually working. 3rd time's a charm, I guess. Now on to the next farm. The food situation on the one chunk world has been rather weird, so the next farm I'm going to build is a Hoglin pork chop farm. It needs to be built in the Crimson Forest biome, which luckily half of my nether is this biome. I'm also going to build it underground so it's out of the way. And now I start the long and tedious process of clearing out the entire nether under the fortress. The first half went really smooth. I was able to get some efficiency diamond pickaxes from my villagers so I could insta-mine the netherrack, and it was really satisfying. Until it wasn't. I didn't know this till now, but there's a large lava lake underground in my nether. This is going to be so much fun clearing out this lava. I kind of abandoned the lava area and went down to bedrock to continue mining. After I cleared out the entire area down here, I placed some slabs to make the ground even, and so no mobs would spawn. It was at this moment that I realized how stupid I was. I literally have magma cream and a brewing stand, so I could have been making fire resistance potions this entire time. Once I made the fire res potions, everything started to go so much faster. I could swim in the lava and place blocks to fill it in. Okay, it's all done. Clearing out this lava lake really exhausted me, so I'm going to take a quick break. Earlier, I got a villager that trades me Fortune 1 pickaxes. I could buy 4 of these and then combine them to get a Fortune 3 pickaxe. Now that I have that, I can finally go to mine the only diamond in my world.
We're rich! We're rich! The luckiest find ever is here! We're rich! Ah!
I was able to get 11 diamonds from one vein. Nice. Logically, the first thing I spent my new diamonds on was a jukebox. I've gotten loads of accidental music discs from my mob grinder, so I wanted to play them. Once that quick break was over, it was time to go back to the Nether so I could finally start working on the Hoglin farm. The way this farm works is Hoglins spawn on the platform, then get scared by the warp fungus, where they run off the platform into lava and you get cooked pork chops. It doesn't seem to be working right now for some reason, so I tried to replace the floor with a solid block since I thought that was messing with the Hoglin AI, but it didn't do anything. At least these netherwork blocks look cool on the floor, and they're also spawn-proof, so that's a win-win. I think the Hoglin are getting confused since the farm is up against a wall, but the farm still kinda works and I still get pork chops from it. So I'm just gonna leave it for now and optimize it later. Now it was time to start work on the rest of the overworld farms. I already mined out half of my world below Y32 since I was searching for gold, so I decided to clear out the rest of the area to make room for a farm. Okay, now that that's done, let's build a couple of automatic farms down here. The first one I'm gonna make is an automatic bamboo farm. These are extremely easy to use and require just some observers and pistons. The observer sees the bamboo growing, then sends a signal to the pistons to break it, and they get pushed into the hoppers where they're collected. And here it is completed. Next was an automatic melon farm. Now this one's going to be super useful because I have a farmer villager that buys 1 melon for 1 emerald. Basically a free money machine. The way this one works is similar to the automatic bamboo farm. An observer detects when a melon grows, then pushes it off into a collection chute. I'm making this one much taller since melons are a lot more useful, and they can help me become rich. And here it is completed. Now it's time for the last 2 farms. Automatic crop farms. These are going to be villager-based crop farms, so I can get lots and lots of potatoes and carrots. The way this one works is I have 2 farmer villagers on either side, and they do the planting and the farming automatically. They then see the villager in the center of the farm here, and try to give him food so they can breed. But there's 2 hopper minecarts in front of the villagers when they throw the food, so instead, it gets captured and sent to a row of hoppers and into a chest. Then the cycle repeats. And that's a wrap. Today we built an iron farm, a Hoglin farm, a melon farm, a bamboo farm, and a potato farm. This was the most productive episode yet. Let me know in the comments which farms you'd like to see me make on this tiny world in the future. Until next time, bye!